Welcome back to Mama's Garden, you guys, and thank you for coming back for another video. Today I wanted to show you guys a project that I was working on during the summer. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it without all of the junk on the side, but this is a greenhouse that I built during the summer. It's another addition to Mama's Garden. It's a DIY greenhouse. I built it using scrap wood from my mother's backyard. It wasn't always easy building this or finding wood because not every wood was the same size. I did have to cut some down, but as you guys can see from the photos, no two wood matched, but I did do the best that I could with what I had. My mother also had this window panel that was gifted to her. That thing was heavy, but I made it work. I started off by using 4x4s. I did not cut them down, so they're still 8 feet. I did have to dig holes down to about a foot or two just so that these 4x4s would be nice and secure. I did add a few extra pieces of wood to the base just for extra support. My mother had this door laying in the back as well, but this thing was too heavy. It was too heavy for me to attach it to the frame, so I opted out for this smaller one. It was very light. So far, I haven't spent any money on this project thus far. Everything in this photo was completely free. Now, I did purchase these windows on Facebook Marketplace for about $75. It was a total of 25 windows, if I'm not mistaken. A couple of them did have cracks on them, but I really didn't mind because I was getting a good deal for them. At the beginning of summer, there were windows online for free, but I kind of missed out because this wasn't even an idea to me when I did see the windows. Not every window had a pair, so I was kind of playing Tetris to see what can go where without making this look crazy. Whatever space was open, I knew that I'd fill it up with whatever pieces of scrap wood that I had. And this window, you guys, it was so heavy, but because I was building this for my mother, and she really wanted this window up here, so I made it happen for her. It kind of gives this greenhouse a homey look. You guys, I'm not Bob the Builder. So when I tell you guys I struggled with the ceiling, I struggled. I didn't know what to do, and I still don't know what to do. But I used whatever windows were left over and used it as a roof. I really intended on having a triangle roof, but I didn't know how to do it, so I had to opt out for the flat one. I do plan on changing the roof during the summertime, only because I don't want it to be flat. I want it to be slanted only a little bit so that the rain doesn't just sit on top. So maybe this summer I can switch it out for some plexiglass or something. If you all take a closer look at the back, those are not windows, you guys. Creativity was hitting me, and I thought it was a good idea to use my brother's box springs. I just removed the cloth and screwed it onto the frame. Because he did have a king size, there were 2 box springs, so that definitely came in handy, and I didn't have to come out of pocket for that. This is just a snippet of me putting in some work. I purchased this 10 feet by 20 feet plastic sheeting off of Marketplace. I got a total of 6 for only $10, and that was definitely a steal. I only ended up using 1 or 2 for this project, so I did have a few more rolls left to the side. I only used this plastic to cover up the back side, a little bit of the roof, and the side by where the window is. This is only temporary until I figure out what to do with those areas that do have plastic. And some of the other areas that were open, I did use plywood to cover up those areas. This is what I got so far. Excuse me, Jonathan. That's what we got so far. Still gotta paint it. This is sand. So y'all don't have no other speakers. I got this free masonry cement on Facebook Marketplace. I think they gave me about 8 of them, and it was completely free. I did not have to pay for it. I think that with this one, I had to mix the cement, sand, and water. This is how everything looked mixed. Now, I am not an expert, you guys, so of course I did not do this perfect, but it did get the job done. This is actually my first time dealing with cement, so I've never done this before. I'm just going off of what I've seen in a video. And once again, I know I didn't do it perfect, but I promise you guys the cement blocks are hard as a rock. And because I used this mold, I am able to move the cement blocks wherever I'd like to move them, just in case they're too close together. In every project that I work on, I love to put finishing touches on them. So I asked my mother to add something that she had from my brother. My brother passed away last year. And she had these black mouths that he used to smoke. She still had the pieces that was left over after he finished smoking it. So I went ahead and added that into the cement. And I did add his name, well, his initials in the middle of that circle. Being that my mom had 5 kids, I added all of our initials as well as her name, mom, I meant, on the concrete as well to make this special. So after painting, I am pretty much done with this for now. I am going to work on it some more during the summer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to show us some love by subscribing. I'll see you guys next time.